Hi everyone, today is a project pan update and I'll be sharing with you how I'm doing with my project pan that I started in January. I posted the very first introduction video a little bit late, but I've been using these things since January and I will be showing you over here the progress, let's say, how I'm using up my products. This is my makeup bag that I'm using for this project, and I am going to be just not using any more stuff that fits into it, basically. The primer that I've been reaching for and that I've been using up is the VDL Lumilayer Primer. I really enjoy this primer. It is brightening, it is luminescent, it is non-greasy, it's a little bit conditioning to the skin. Wonderful blue pink pearl, very pretty, very refreshing. It does create this ethereal glow on the skin, but it isn't very obvious. In the previous video, it was completely full. Now I have about a third of it used up at this point, so that's pretty good, I would say. Probably in a few updates, it's going to be completed. I really enjoy using it. I'm in no rush to finish it off. I'm just liking my time with it. I'm enjoying my time with it, and I will continue to do so. In terms of foundation, I put Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. It's Soft Matte Hydro Makeup in the color 1N2 Ecru, which is my color. I buy this color in Estee Lauder all the time because it usually is a pretty perfect match for me. I'm not sure how much of it is being used up, how much of it is remaining. Unfortunately, it's an opaque, photo opaque packaging, which is good because it prevents it from photo damage. But I suspect that there's plenty here left to be using until probably the summer. I enjoy wearing it. It's a fairly light coverage, so if you enjoy a fuller coverage foundation, that's probably not for you. I like light coverage and I really enjoy full coverage as well. For full coverage foundations, I basically never wear as a foundation. I mostly wear them kind of either diluted with a primer or as a concealer. You can't do this with the Double Wear Light. With the Double Wear you can. I really enjoy Double Wear Light. I enjoyed the texture of it, the light coverage of it. It's all very nice and pretty on the skin. I probably won't be repurchasing it. I would be going back to my Double Wear most likely. So I'm not sure how far along I am in the foundation. I have a few foundations that I have bought. I bought 2 Hourglass foundations to test out, and I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury foundations. So I am interested in sort of moving on to other textures, maybe something with a little bit more coverage so that I can wear it as a concealer. I still have 2 concealers that I put here, which are Bare Minerals Bare Pro concealers. One is in the color Fair Cool. And that one is a brightening concealer. I haven't really been reaching for it very much, so it's not had a lot of attention on it. Therefore, there's not much progress. I will keep it in and continue to see if I reach for it. If, I don't reach for it for many months, I will probably declutter it. It is one of my favorite textures for concealers because it is very whipped and blendable, very easy to use. Stick concealers can be a bit of a pain sometimes. This particular formula is quite good. The second color I have is Fairlight Neutral 03, which is a very good match for my skin. I have had some use of this one. I don't anticipate that this is going to last very long. On days where I don't want to wear a foundation, I just apply concealer in a targeted area where I need it, usually around the nose or any dark spots that are cropping up, and sort of blend it in with my finger and go, or go without the foundation or concealer or anything like that on my skin altogether. So this one had a little bit more attention on it because it is a good match for me. The brightening one, which is just a lighter shade than my skin tone, I haven't reached for as much. I think the whole brightening thing, the triangle of light, all of that is not really for me. I don't particularly like that look on me. I think I do like it in general. It's a pretty look, but because I wear so very little base makeup, usually very small amounts in very targeted areas, I do find that it looks pretty odd on me when I do go for that look. So we'll see about the lighter one. I don't know whether I'll keep my hands on it or not. Maybe I will try using it up a little bit and see if it jives. The 03 color is fantastic, and I will continue using it. I'm having pretty good progress on it. In terms of powder, I am still focusing on my Champs-Élysées Crazy Pearls from Guerlain. Beautiful packaging. There is a lot of powder in here. So here we have 30 grams of powder, right? It's a pretty decent sized powder. I have had some progress in the amount of pearls and the size of pearls. However, it's very difficult to distinguish how much I used up. I'm not weighing my products. I think that's excessive and too much work for me. But visually, there are fewer of them there, or they're smaller. I suspect that it's going to take me months to get through this guy, but I do think that this year it's going to be done. My favorite way to apply it is either with the brush that is specifically produced for the meteorites, although it's a little bit scratchy, but it does a good job of sort of picking up some powder on it. Or with a natural bristle dual fiber brush. I have one from Refer because it grabs a very, very good amount, and there is application bristles that are a little longer and the buffing bristles that are a little shorter, and it just gives the skin a really pretty sheen. This is for those of you who really enjoy a glowy powder. If you like a matte finish, then meteorites in no shape or form are going to be something that you're going to like. If you do like a little bit of a glow in your setting powder, then you're going to like this. So this is technically a finishing powder, but I mean, whatever texture works for your skin. I use it as a setting powder, and it works really, really well for me. So I will continue using my Champs-Élysées and my meteorites. It's a beautiful powder. I have no complaints about it. It's going to last me some time. For cheeks, we have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Rose Quartz. It's a mini. I am most of the way through what I had previously. There's definitely a whole bunch of progress on it. I'm using it up for sure. I suspect that by next update, it's probably going to be gone. I don't think it's going to last very long. There is a small amount of powder left, and it's a pretty soft powder. I like Shimmering Skin Perfectors. I hear that Smashbox picked up the production of those, so I suppose it'll be easy to find Shimmering Skin Perfectors in their lineup. This is a fantastic product. Will I be purchasing it again? Probably. I have two favorite formulas for highlighters. Three if you count the baked highlighter from Laura Mercier. But in general, my very favorite formulas for highlighters are from Natasha Denona and from Becca. I'm glad that Becca's still around in terms of it being produced by Smashbox. And I'll be repurchasing, maybe not Rose Quartz, but the Moonstone is a very, very good color for me. Last thing for complexion is a miniature of Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I have been using it up. There's plenty of product still left. You only need a very, very small amount. It's a very emollient under eye corrector. It's very brightening and very moisturizing. So if you're not into either of those things, you're not going to like it. It does feel a little greasy under the eyes, but that's a question of preference. What kind of texture do you prefer the most? Do you like a nourishing under eye product, or do you like a more thin, dry under eye product? Depends on what the preference is for you. I do enjoy this, and I was quite upset when I found out that it was being discontinued because Becca has been out of business, but I've been told since by my lovely subscribers, thank you very much, guys, for letting me know that Smashbox has picked up production of these particular correctors as well as the Becca powders, Shimmering Skin Perfector powder. And I will be able to easily get my hands on it. I think I'm about a third way through the sample size here. I don't think that this is a product that's going to last until the end of the year at all. I think probably by the summer I'll use it up. And that's a good thing, because in the summer I do prefer something a lot more lightweight and long wearing than this guy is. This is good for winter. Nourishing textures are generally faring quite a bit better for winter for me. Let's move on to brows. I have my Omega powder from MAC, which I use as a brow powder and sometimes as a eye socket defining powder. It's an eyeshadow, but for me, this is a brow powder, and I've been using it quite a bit since the last update. I don't think that it's going to be a product that's going to linger, probably 1 or 2 more updates, and I will be done with it. I do enjoy using it in my brows, and I usually use it with a little bit of setting spray. So I wet it slightly with setting spray, use a small brow brush to make kind of a paste almost of wet shadow, and then I put it in my brows, and it lasts extremely well this way. For me, and I do it because the color is just really good for me. I will be looking probably to buy a brow pomade because I do have spots without much hair on my brows, and it does require either this kind of a method of application or a very sticky brow pencil or a pomade. Pomade, so far, I've done very well with. It really sticks to the skin, so it doesn't even require brow hairs to be present. So if you are having trouble with sparse brows, then a pomade is probably a better choice for you, or quite a waxy brow pencil can also work. So the Omega, I don't think is long for this world, but it's sticking around and you really don't need a lot to do the brows. Therefore, it's probably going to last at least a couple more updates. We will see. I do have a brow pencil that I've been using up, and this is an e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil. It's retractable. There is a little bit of product missing since last video. I have used it a bit. I don't reach for it as my sole brow product. I am much more likely to use the brow powder. But whenever there is a spot where powder is just not doing a good enough job being defining, I will pull for the pencil and use it. I suspect as the brow powder diminishes, I will probably transition to using the brow pencil more, but it's still going strong. I don't think that I'll be done with it by next update, but who knows? If I use it exclusively and not the powder, and that's how I want to roll, I will make a significant amount of progress on that. I have finished my brow gel. It's CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow Eyebrow Gel. It was fine. It's not a very useful product. I don't think it has the crazy hold that it's supposed to have. It's supposed to be very, very strong hold brow gel. But it's not really anything that is particularly useful. I used it up. I'm not sure what it did or didn't do for my eyebrows. I didn't see much of a difference, except for you could do a little bit of a fluffing of the inner brow with it, but it wouldn't really hold things in place for very long or very well. So I'm actually happy that this is done. For eyes, I have my eye pencil here that I'm using, and this is a NYX eye pencil in WeHo. It's Vivid Bright's eyeliner. Today it's on my lower lash line. That's kind of how I wear it normally, just for a little accent of color. It is this bright pastel Easter green. I will be using it up this year, probably even before summer hits. I'll be done with it. It's about a third way down from where it was before. I've used quite a bit. It's a very creamy pencil, so you use a decent amount each time you line your eyes. I have used it in my waterline. I have also used it on my top lash line for this accent pop of color. I really enjoy it. I think it's fun, especially for the coming spring. Great to have a bright color for lining your waterline or around the eye to accentuate. I have green eyes, so a green eyeliner is a pretty addition to my makeup. And I usually don't reach for these kinds of colors unless they are just in front of me in some sort of a container or makeup bag, which I'm using constantly. So having it in my project pan is actually reminding me to use the Funk color, and I have been fairly successful with it so far. I will continue using it, and we'll see how much I can get through in the next couple of updates. I'm adding an eyeshadow palette in here, which is a MAC eyeshadow palette that you make up yourself. I have a few colors here. I forget what they are. I'm not going to take them out, but there is like a light brown. I think it's soft brown. I have white, which I believe is gesso. I have a peach with slight shimmer. Don't remember what it is, and I don't remember what the charcoaly dark one is either. I think it's a pretty basic color selection. I'm probably going to just continue to use the ones that are there because I've hit pan on all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and probably just use these up and pop some new shades in here going forward. I think that the lightest ones will go first. Then I think the brown is going to be probably used up this year. I don't know about the darker color because of course you use a lot less of it for shading than you would of a lighter color or a socket color. So I suspect that the dark one I'm not going to finish up this year, but the rest of them are fair game and I'll probably be done with them. The cream eyeshadow slash eye pencil that I have here is the Marcel Cream Eye Eyeshadow Plus Liner Luxe in the color Vanilla Ice. It's a very long wearing eye pencil slash cream eyeshadow in the stick in a pencil. I've used quite a bit of it. I generally either wear it across the lid or in the inner corner and a little bit under the eye. I sometimes do also waterlining with it. It works for all of those things. I really like multi-use products like that so that you can sort of grab and go and draw on your face in different spaces and places with it. I like a pencil format just because it's just easier to use and the color is right. It's light golden vanilla color with a little bit of golden shimmer. Very pretty. I'm enjoying it. I have sharpened it a couple of times, so it's definitely smaller than it was before, but not by a mile. So continue keeping it in, using it up. No big deal. It's working well. The cheek product that I'm adding in to sort of using in conjunction with my highlighter here is going to be a blush from Physicians Formula, and this is a butter blush in the color Plum Rose. It's a very, very good neutral color. I don't have a ton of use on it quite yet, but it's a soft powder. It's 7.5 grams in total. And the soft powders usually take less time to use up. I like a neutral blush a lot, and I generally wear more than one blush color at a time. So today I have a brighter coral across the front of the cheek for a pop of color, and I have Plum Rose just in the contouring spaces on my cheek to give my face a little bit of shape and color, as well as around the forehead sort of hairline. So this kind of a color I think is just so easily reached for and so usable and user-friendly that is a good color to include in a project pan. Blushes tend to take a really long time, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. I guess I'll let you know as we do the updates. I believe that blushes aren't something that you use up very easily or quickly. But I think a universal color that can be used either as a blush or blush slash contour sort of situation is an easier blush to use up than other colors might be. So we'll give it a go and try a blush in the project pan, and I will report on how it's faring. I'm not sure if I'm going to roll it out eventually because I'm going to get sick of it, or I'm going to keep it in there longer term. We shall see. I have used up my Catrice Glam and Dull Volumizing Mascara Primer. So this is, at this point, pretty dry. I enjoy mascara primers. I think I'm going to wait to open another one a little bit. This was okay. It was nowhere close to some of my favorites. I have two favorites. One of them is the Dior Lash Volumizer. And the second one is from Essence, and I think they only have one lash primer in their lineup, so that one. I like both of them. I do like my Dior a little bit more, but the Essence one is pretty good, not dupe, but a pretty good alternative to it if you want to save some coin. I will be repurchasing both of them in the future. I do have a couple of lash primers to try from other brands, but this Catrice one is in fact finished. Another thing that I did finish is the Wonderfully Real mascara with keratin from Rimmel. I really like this mascara. I might even repurchase it, but it is not for everybody. It's a very specific kind of a mascara that deposits a ton of product. Also, when it comes initially, it's pretty wet, so you do need to dry it out a little bit. This one has started flaking and getting a little bit too thick for a comfortable application, which is why I'm deeming it done. Obviously, you know, in a huge mascara like that, you're going to probably have product remaining beyond when it's safe to use the mascara. It's been open for about 2 months at this point, and the texture is drier than I like. That means that whenever the brush is depositing the product, there's a ton of product that gets deposited, which is a great clumpy look. But once it dries up a little bit, it just becomes a little too heavy. First of all, if you want a curl, you're not going to be able to hold a curl with this guy because the mascara just is clumpy and weighs down the lashes. It's a cool look, and I really enjoy the look. But when the mascara gets that heavy on the lashes and that goopy, it starts flaking. And that's what's happened with this guy. It wasn't flaking at first, and then it started flaking lately, which means that it's past its due. So I am ditching it. I'm done with it. It has aged to the point where it's not comfortable to use. I do like the mascara though, so if I do want a very clumpy lash look in the future, I might just go back and repurchase that one because it is a cool look, but it is a look. It's not for everyone. If you like a nice fluttery lash, don't bother with that guy. It's not going to work out. Most of the time, that's what I want. A nice fluttery, brushed through, fanned out lash. That's what my preferred lash look is. I am keeping for now my Sumptuous Extreme Lush Multiplying Volume Mascara in Extreme Black from Estee Lauder. I have used this guy in the past. I do like it. It's a good mascara. It has a conical brush that is easy to use and get in between little lashes and into the corners as well. So far, it's starting to become a little bit more dry, but still very easily usable. I've opened it a few weeks after I opened my Rimmel one. It's in good shape. I'm going to continue using it and enjoying it. And I included another little mascara in here to interchange with the Sumptuous from Estee Lauder, and this is a Benefit Roller Lash. I've had this one before many times. I like this mascara. It's very easy to brush through the lashes. It does have this curved plastic wand with very small bristles. So this creates a very brushed through pretty lash look. I am wearing it today. It's not going to give you very heavy, thick lashes, but it is going to give you very separated, beautiful, elongated lashes. And it's a more natural lash look, which I do enjoy. So Benefit Roller Lash, it was an easy pick for me, mostly because I know this mascara very well and I enjoy using it and I will use it up. I know that for sure. The two lip products that are in here are two lip liners, basically. One of them is a lip crayon and one of them is a classic lip liner. The lip crayon that I have in here is something that I'm wearing today on my lips. That's the color and that's how it looks. It's a matte lip crayon from By Beauty in the color Leche. This guy I've used a lot. It's the nude that I'm pulling for these days, at least at the moment, probably until I use it up. I don't have a lot left. Probably by next update it's going to be completely used up. I don't anticipate it'll last very much longer than that. It's a very nice neutral nude, a little bit on the cooler side. Very easy to pull off. As you can see, it's a very good nude color for me. I've used up this particular color in this pencil before, so this is not new to me. Sometimes I even will use it on the cheeks as a little cream cheek. So a very easy product to get through, in my estimation. Is not going to last beyond the next update. Probably by next update it's going to be completely used up. That's what I'm anticipating. That's what I think will happen. Lastly here, I have my lip pencil from Essence. It is in the color Under My Skin, and it's one of their contouring lip pencils. These are super cheap, and they're pretty decent lip liners if you're looking for lip liners. It's a mauvey pink that I like to wear in this transitional period right before spring. I think I'm going to finish it up before summer, so for the summer I'll probably get something more brownie nude and use that. But for now, this Essence liner has been used quite frequently by me, and usually either as a sort of soul mauve color or as a liner under other lip colors, and it's worked very well. It's pretty, like, it's sort of non-offensive enough to kind of go with almost every lip look and every every lipstick that I do have. There's not a ton left. I've used up quite a bit of it since the last update. So I anticipate maybe a couple more months out of it, maybe 3 months out of it. After I can't sharpen it any longer, I am going to give up on it. But these are really, really good value for money. They're decent liners. They're not the best out there. From the drugstore, I like Milani liners. And L'Oreal liners. And in general, Chanel liners are probably my favorite. I like them a lot. But these Essence ones work quite well. And if you find a color you like, I do encourage you to try them. In case you do enjoy the formula, then you have a very cheap alternative for some of the higher end liners there. I don't believe that this is going to be a challenge, because I did make very good progress on it since we last spoke. And I will continue liking it. I haven't gotten tired of it. I haven't gotten bored with it. I'll continue using it. None of these products are really ones that I've grown tired of. I do enjoy still all of them, except for the CoverGirl, but it's done anyway. The rest of them I really like, and they're good quality. I will continue using them. I'll show you the progress in the next month or two. So far, what I suspect is going to be done is I suspect that the highlighter and the Bite Beauty lipstick are probably going to be finished by next update. The rest of the things, probably not, and we'll see how much use I can get out of my stuff before next time we talk. Do you do something similar? Do you have just like an everyday makeup bag that you throw things into and you kind of go through those and then you add other things meanwhile to replace the ones that you're using up and the ones that you're tired of? Or are you somebody who just has one makeup bag and with all your possessions in there and you use it like that? For me, this kind of a situation works pretty well because it does encourage me to get use of my stuff. And if I get bored or tired with something, I'll just kind of ditch it and put something else in. So far, that hasn't happened. I suspect that if there is a candidate for that happening, it's probably going to be the blush, because I do like to vary my blush looks quite a bit. So this is the progress on my project pan. I will keep you updated in the next month or two, and I'll let you know what's happening in here. Talk to you guys later. Stay well, stay healthy, and stay safe. Bye-bye.